Alright, I'm back. I'm Tim Howes. I'm the pilot going for the Australian record for the most takeoff and landings done in a day for Friends of the Hound, the Greyhound Adoption Group. Well, this is videos about the event itself, and I'll start by telling you about the previous record. A fella by the name of Ron Watts, who I met at the 2013 Great Eastern Fly-In at Evans Head. He set the previous record of 102 landings, takeoff and landings at Illawarra on behalf of another awesome organisation called MAF, Mission Aviation Fellowship. They've got aircraft all around the world, and they have a plane that takes off and lands every 6 minutes. So that was his inspiration to set 102 takeoff and landings, was to do one every 6 minutes. Talking to Ron, it was a fantastic inspiration, and sort of I turned around and looked at my own aircraft that fly in there and thought, what am I doing? You know, I fly this aeroplane all the time, and I just burning holes in the sky. Let's use it to do some good, just like Ron did. So the aircraft itself is an ultralight aircraft. Ron did it in a vintage aeroplane, so to keep it interesting, instead of just using a Cessna, I've used an ultralight aircraft. The particular aircraft is called a Drifter, developed by Ausflight. It's not a new aircraft, it was made in the 80s, but it's a full open cockpit aircraft. It's got a grand total of 53 horsepower two-stroke engine on the back. So look, if I break down, I'm sure I could borrow someone's lawnmower engine to get me through the rest of the day. It's a canvas wing aircraft, and it's a wire brace, and it weighs a grand total of 250 kilos. It does have some advantages though on this particular venture I'm going on. The aircraft are quite popular as mustering aircraft here in Australia. They're very manoeuvrable, they've got great low speed performance, and they've also got fantastic takeoff and landing performance, which, as you can imagine, is a very handy thing to have on the day. The performance it's got is what we call quite good STOL performance, which is short takeoff and landing. So basically what that means is the aircraft can get down quick and get off the ground in a very short space of time, which keeps our what we call our circuit procedure down quite low. Now, I've just got my little model aeroplane here. This here is my aeroplane I'm using. Aviation nerds will probably, like me, will probably notice it's what's called a Spitfire, which is a World War II fighter, not a Drifter, but in true aviation nerd fashion, we've all got a model of these lying around. So what we'll be doing is the plane will obviously start on the ground at the beginning of the day. It'll roll down the runway, and it's going to take off. Now we have to climb to a height of 500 feet. This is the height recognised as being the safe and legal height by Recreational Aviation Australia and Civil Aviation Safety Authority, also known as CASA. So that's got to be our climbing height. After climbing, we'll make a left-hand turn and we'll fly what's called a crosswind leg. After that, we will turn a downwind leg and we'll be flying back. Now we'll be flying parallel with the runway, remaining at our 500 feet. We've got to remain at this 500 feet until we're setting up to land. So I'll fly back, another left-hand turn where we'll fly a base leg. Finally, we turn what's called the final leg. So we've made a big rectangle here. This procedure is called a circuit. Upon our final leg, we will still be at our 500 feet. We'll be in line with what we call the center line of the runway, where we descend we'll descend to the ground level, to the runway, from the 500 feet. Now, what we'll be doing in this particular instance is we'll be doing a big maneuver called a side slip, which is where the plane will actually be basically put on its side, coming down at this sort of an angle. That increases our rate of descent, makes our circuit time faster. It's something this particular aeroplane is exceptionally good at, and that keeps our circuit time shorter. So it makes our down leg shorter, our base leg tighter, and we can come down nice and quick. Land on the runway, but we don't actually come to a stop. We get all three wheels on the ground. We'll keep rolling, power back on, tail up, take off again, do this procedure again. Now, we'll be doing this in 2-hour stints, and we'll be doing 5-hour stints over the day to add to our 120 landings. So what that gives us is 5 minutes per circuit. So we've got to do every one of those in 5 minutes. Now, it'll be at Wollongbar Airfield is at the moment the planned location, but there is still a couple of months, so we won't make promises yet. We'll keep it open that there may be a change close to the date. But Wollongbar is a public airfield, meaning there will be other aircraft flying around, so we have to work around these aircraft. Anything could happen. There could be another aircraft coming in on an emergency. We've got to miss a 2-hour leg. We don't know what will happen. So that's why it's a record attempt. No promises. It's going to be a big day, a fun day. That's what we're after. Now, to make the record official, Unfortunately, same way Ron did, we've approached Guinness Records. Guinness Records will not recognise an event, unfortunately, that has been sponsored by a charity. So the record will not stand official as according to Guinness, but at the same time, neither was Ron's event. Now, what Ron's done to make it official is he has got all the details of the flights recorded, every takeoff and landing time. He's got pilots signing out each circuit to make sure it's all legit. Everything was done according to the book. We will be matching that same level of record keeping. So until someone challenges the record, which I'm hoping it'll be you, Ron, if you read this, mate, love to see you try and beat it. Until someone challenges that record, the record will be stand in the sense that it's all recorded, and until someone can prove otherwise, that's the Australian record. So guys, that's the plan. That's what we're up to on the day. May 4th is at the moment the planned day, and the planned event location is Mooloolaba. As I said though, keep your ears tuned on the website. The aviation being very weather affected, that may change. So just keep an eye on the website. Friends of the Hound's the one I'm going for, .org.au, or check out the friendsofthehound.org.au website. I hope to see you on May 4th. I'll catch you later.